everybody! Today I'm doing a collaboration with the amazing D&D animation channel, Puffin Forest! Yay!
Hello, I'm here.
Yep. I also did a collaboration video with him on his channel, so if you guys want to go check it out, I will put a link in the description. So anyway, some background for me contacting you was... okay, so first of all, like, I saw your comment on my video and I was like, oh shit. Like, he saw my shit. And then I messaged you, and of course I messaged you and said, hey, thanks for liking my stuff, showing people my video. That was really exciting. But the funny thing is that, I'm writing this message to you, and I'm like, your stuff really made it that, I felt more comfortable talking about D&D, because for a while, for me, D&D felt like, oh no, I shouldn't tell anybody, because I felt like such a nerd.
You are. We are.
No, I've accepted that. I've accepted that.
I just don't want people to know. That's the problem.
I just didn't want anybody to know. And then, but watching your stuff, I was like, oh, dude, he tells stories about D&D. And I'm like, oh, okay, I have a story. And that was the birth of my video. But the funny thing about when I wrote the message to you, is that I kind of haphazardly was like, maybe we should collaborate, and then I sent it to you going like, he'll never reply. He'll,
No, you are always getting a reply from me. Like, yeah. you tweet to me.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like, I didn't think you were going to reply, yeah, let's collab. I thought you were going to be like, oh, cool, thanks. Bye. And then that would be it. And so you replied and you're like, yeah, let's totally collab. What do you want to do? And then in my mind, I'm like, I didn't think that far.
It's like, okay, sure. What do you want to do?
So I was like, I don't know. Oh God, I didn't think this through. Yeah. But with the collab, I was kind of thinking, you could tell a story and then I'll just animate it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yes, I have lots of the story to tell. And here it is, coming right down the pipe to you.
Don't force it or anything.
Once again, I used to run Call of Cthulhu quite a lot. It was one that people kind of liked, and it's another like fairly brutal setting. But there are certain ways to kind of mitigate that if the players are not interested in that. Anyway, so I was running Call of Cthulhu, and I had two players. One of the players' name had a character who was a private detective. I've talked about him. His name was Dick Tracy. And and I would always go, okay, it's Dick Tracy's turn. and then we had another guy who his character's name was Justin Case.
Oh my gosh.
And I would always go, okay, up next, just in case. And he would always make puns off of his thing, like, you need to take me along, just in case.
Everybody just goes, every time.
And then he had a cousin called Just in Time, and I swear to you, he spent like 45 minutes on his character creation just deciding, do I want to be just in case or just in time? And he was thinking about the pun combinations between the two, and he's like, oh God, like, which one? And then I was like, you could just make Just in Time your cousin or something. He's like, perfect, yes. And Just in Case had put like max ranks into disguise. Normally, he put like 90 ranks into disguise.
Jesus.
And I was like, how are you going to use 90 ranks of disguise? And he's like, I'll figure something out. And it ended up, he'd use the disguise like 5 times per game session. And then the other guy, he'd put all of his a bunch of his ranks into fast talk and persuasion. So fast talk is like, you're just talking quickly and just kind of confusing people. So there was one time they had to go to a college and go to a girl's dorm. And they were investigating this one girl who had disappeared, and so like, okay, let's investigate. So they immediately charge in the front door, go up the stairs past, there's girls there, there's people there, and they go to the room where she is, and then kick in the door, and just there's a loud crash as the door flies open, and I'm like, okay, you guys are standing out where this door, but there's like a crowd of girls just standing there because you're not supposed to be in here. You're like 50, you're 45. Like, what are you guys doing here?
Stranger danger.
And so he's like, don't worry, I can bullshit my way out of this. And I was like, okay, what are you gonna do? So he immediately starts saying off like, isn't that the great thing about this country, America, which we live, that lets me, if I'm worried about someone or I care about someone, I can just come in and breaking down the doorways of tyranny. Like, it's just our beautiful country. It's just so fabulous. And he was just going on and on about America and freedom and
with a little flag in the background.
Okay, so it's funny, it's ironic you should say that, because literally as he's doing that, just in case has a little flag, American flag, he pulls it out and then starts going da, 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 da.
Well, these girls are just looking at them like, get out.
So he's doing the singing, and I was like, okay. And I roll the percentage for the girls for their like idea to see if he's bullshitting them, and they crit fail.
That's amazing.
So I describe how the girls like start putting their hands on their chest, and some go into a salute.
There's like a tear going down one of their faces, like, oh, America.
Yeah, tears going down. He gives this whole speech, and then at the end, like, all the girls are like, you go, you brave man. And they all start clapping. And so they get into the door, and they start like, okay, let's steal everything in here that's not bolted down. So that was their shtick from then on, was they were always talking about America whenever they would break into a house and start stealing stuff. Yeah, and then the other thing is they started having like apple pie like all the time, like crying while eating apple pie. And I even gave them, I said, if you guys eat apple pie, like I'll give you, so in Call of Cthulhu you roll percentiles, and I would let them have a 1% bonus. And so they have actually succeeded at rolls because of the apple pie bonus, which is just a 1%. Like, because of America and freedom, we get that slight edge that allows us to triumph.
America. Yeah, thanks for, talking to me, Puffin Forest.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Awesome. Thanks, Dingo.
So make sure to go check out that other video we did together on his channel, along with his channel. He has like 50-something plus videos that are just amazing. Also follow him on Twitter. And also, I guess, here's my social media. I don't really pimp it out at all. So if you guys ever want to, I don't know, ask me a question or just see what I'm up to, and I will put all the links in the description. Don't worry, because I still haven't figured out how to use YouTube when it comes to linking people to stuff on videos.